Hi friends, good morning. Happy Teachers Day, September 5th. Great day today, and I have been a teacher for almost 42 years, and I love teaching and I respect teachers. Though it's a bit long talk, please make children, especially the students, to listen to this. Thank you. Now, why this is called a Teachers' Day, everybody knows, is because the former President of India, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan's birthday. But why his birthday is so great, there is no immediate answer. But let me tell you, he was a great teacher, philosopher, a nationalist, really a great speaker. All these built in one. And couple of incidents, what happened and what tells us the presence of mind of this great Dr. Radhakrishnan. One is, everybody knows, in a Commonwealth meeting, there were 5 Indian leaders, including Mahatma Gandhi. That was the last visit of Gandhi to London before his death. And there was a dinner hosted by the Queen. You know who was the Queen at that time. And the Prime Minister of UK was none other than the great Churchill. And after while the dinner was served, 5 Indians were Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Patel, Radhakrishnan, because President and Prime Minister, both of them cannot leave India at the same time. And this was a Commonwealth meeting, and we had Sardar Swaran Singh and Ambedkar, I vaguely remember. And they were all sitting there. When the dinner was served, everybody was served with all silver plates, tungsten spoons, platinum forks, and things like that. But Dr. Radhakrishnan washed his right hand and started eating with that. Even Gandhi got irritated. Nehru was a bit angry. Ambedkar was about to go and tell Dr. Radhakrishnan, you know, sir, you are a great philosopher. If you are in Rome, what you should do. But he dare not go there. And ultimately, the person who watched Radhakrishnan eating with his right hand was none other than Churchill. Churchill saw that, and Nehru saw Churchill observing that. So end of the dinner, there must be a toast lecture or toast talk. And Churchill stood up, and he had the first question. Before I even start my toast speech, I want to ask the Indian President why he was using his own right hand for eating. Does he not trust in our plates, spoons, forks? I know he is a widely traveled philosopher, but he must be having some reasons for that. Immediately, Dr. Radhakrishnan stood up and he gave an explanation. He said, this is my right hand. Even if it is dirty, I eat with that hand after cleaning. I don't feed anyone with this particular right hand of mine. So, but I do not know how many people have used these spoons, forks before. Leaving that apart, our Hindu philosophy says, eating with your own hand, there are certain fluids, alkalines, which are generated when water or a liquid touches the right palm. And this generates those things, and which helps in the digestion of whatever we eat. That is precisely why we eat with our right hand, of course, after washing. So everybody had a big clap for Dr. Radhakrishnan, and Churchill said, I have realized a great point today, and I would make it a point that as much as possible, let me use my right hand to eat. That means This great Radhakrishnan has really taught a lesson to a Britisher, that too in Britain, in the presence of the Queen, and that too when the Commonwealth leaders were also there. So, after coming back, Nehru announced that this particular person has taught a lesson to Britishers. We all know him as a great teacher, but he has done a great thing. So, we hereafter celebrate September 5th, the birthday of Dr. Radhakrishnan, as a Teacher's Day. And when this was announced, many countries had adopted 5th September as Teacher's Day. And whichever country I visited, when it was September 5th, I used to ask the students there, why is this a Teacher's Day today? That too September 5th. They used to say, oh, it is one of Indian President's birthday. We don't know who, but why. So this is how it is. That is how the Teacher's Day, the great Teacher's Day, we cannot forget Dr. Radhakrishnan, and he had great presence of mind. Once, a BBC reporter asked him, we Britishers, we are all same in color, but in India, you have fair looking, wheatish looking, dark looking people. Why so? Then Dr. Radhakrishnan said, don't be hurt if I give you the reply. So the reply he gave was, please listen. Have you seen horses? There are white horses, black horses, multicolored horses, wheatish horses. But have you seen a donkey? Same color. So everybody was shocked, and the BBC reporter was definitely embarrassed. And my next bit of a talk here is more interesting, is Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma, who was the President of India, once visited Oman at the invitation of the Sultan of Oman. It all happened in the airport. The Sultan of Oman himself drove a car and received Shankar Dayal Sharma at the airport. He not only went to the airport, he went up to the aircraft, brought him through the staircase there and the steps, because we all know that Shankar Dayal Sharma had a slight discomfort with one of his legs. So he brought him down and drove this Indian president to the Indian guest house. Then all the reporters asked the Sultan there, why you gave this different type of protocol and honor to the Indian president, which you never gave to the British Prime Minister and the President of USA, even the Queen of Britain? Then he said, I owe you an explanation, because this incident is not a simple thing, and Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma was my teacher when I was studying in Bombay. So this is what a great incident. So Dr. Sharma, he remembers after so many years. This is what is the greatness of a teacher. Couple of other incidents. My personal experience. I made a mistake in one of the railway stations, metro stations in Australia, and I got down at a wrong station. By my ticket for the train was for a different station. I should not have reached this particular station. So the security guard there asked me, sir, you have a different color ticket which is not allowed in this particular station. I don't know what he was talking about. I was a tourist after all. But suddenly I saw an Indian, Tamil speaking, running towards me, and he said, hi uncle, how are you? So I said, I don't know who is that guy. So he immediately took me out from that security personnel, and the security guard was asking this Indian, do you know him? He said, yes, he is my uncle, and took me out. Then after we reached about 50 meters away from the security, that boy told me, sir, do you remember me? I am Sudhakar, your student in Vivekananda College in Chennai. So today you made a slight mistake here. Of course, they will leave you after fining you $50 and taking a 1-hour class about what is this railway system. So I do not want that to happen since I know you. Great, sir. I cannot forget the topics which you taught us in Vivekananda College. Really great incident, right? Right. I was really touched. The second incident, I went to the IRAS, Income Tax Office. I wanted to see the Assistant Commissioner. I was sitting there and gave my card to the attender there. The attender said, you cannot see the Assistant Commissioner just like that. But I told him, you just give my card. If he's interested in meeting or give me an appointment, I will come on another day. But to my surprise, I could see the Assistant Commissioner coming out and he said, hi sir, how are you? He fell on my feet. Everybody was observing. What is happening? The Income Tax Commissioner kneeling down. So I went to his room. He said, sir, I am Ram Kumar. Did you forget me? I said, no, I don't remember you, Mr. Ram Kumar. Sir, he said, I did BSc under you in Jain College, where on a practical examination day, that is the university practical, I had a difficult experiment and you tried to help me after getting the permission from the chief examiner. I was wondering, then I asked him, oh, and now I remember, your father was working in customs department and he met with an accident, right? He said, yes, sir. Now I recall you, but it's more than 20 years, dear. And he was really literally in tears. And of course, my purpose of visiting him for my income tax work was also over. So what I am telling is these are small incidents where a teacher would always be happy about the students. Students remember the teacher because the teacher doesn't change. The guru never changes. But the students, we meet them when they were around 16 to 20 years. But when they are in their 40s with a tummy, we cannot recognize them. But a student can always recognize a teacher. So these are a couple of touching incidents. And now, coming to our latest trend, there is a lot of fun being spoken about on the online classes. I would like to clearly support the teachers who are doing these online classes. Please remember, and I would like to let you know that all teachers are not professionals, and when the lights are on and when the camera is on, not every teacher is capable of taking a class. I have been doing it for 40 years now with cameras, mics, videos, coverages and all those things. But all teachers are not capable. So they will have that stage fear and they will fumble, and sometimes it is very difficult to teach when these video equipments are on. So I'm sincerely requesting the government to appoint an agency to monitor these online classes, especially in science subjects and maths. So you should not just leave the teachers. Recently, just for a humor, I saw a teacher teaching my own tuition student on the online video. She was telling this particular formula: perimeter of a circle is pi r square. So divided by pi r and r gets cancelled, pi r and pi r gone, so r is equal to 7 centimeters. This is what she was teaching. And if she has said this once, I would not have bothered because it could be slip of a tongue. But she used it 5 times in that 1 hour of class. That means she is not very sure of that formula for the perimeter of a circle. So that student sent me this and I sent it to the school, and the principal was good enough to stop the online class from that teacher. I don't blame the teacher again, because the teacher is not a professional teacher from that school, and teachers were not paid salaries for this lockdown period, and they are appointing some latest MScs or BE people who passed this year and no jobs. So they are being used because they take mathematics. 1 hour is 100 rupees. So why pay the teachers the old salary and bring them in? This is very dangerous to all the students. Again, let me tell you, there is a lot of humor being sent on these online classes. I have my own 9th standard student asked me, sir, next year also, will we get this corona? Because if the corona comes sometime in February, I would have an all pass in the 10th standard. So I am praying for that. See, that is a fun. Next year also he wants corona in February. Then these online classes are not so simple. I have another incident where a boy was attending an online class and the grandmother was sleeping in the same room. So the teacher was asking the boy, hey, your grandmother cannot sleep here. The boy was telling the teacher, where would she sleep? We are 2 kids in this house and both of us are in different bedrooms attending to online classes. Where would my grandmom go? Would she sleep in the lift? It is not fair. You brought the school to our bedroom and you don't want anybody to move around here. Right? Is the boy not right? So the teacher had no answer. So there is no environment being provided. Schools come into the class, your bedroom now. So it is not fair on the part of the teachers to expect more than just the student. And don't worry about the environment. There are a lot of things. There are noises in many people's houses. There are no equipments. There is no power. There is no backup generator. Everybody cannot attend online class. And most of the countries have opened their schools. It is not easy. And the school environment is required for teaching. Here what happens, if a history or geography teacher teaches a student at home, after 10 minutes, I am sure that he would be sleepy. This is what happens for the online classes. I request again the government to start a monitoring of this and please do the needful at the earliest. Before I conclude, I just want to give you another small example. I'm proud and I'm really happy to say that me and Abdul Kalam, both of us studied in the same city of Tiruchi, and it was a great college, and we both went after his retirement to a college for an old student association alumni meeting, and he spoke. Of course, that was the best lecture I heard from Dr. Abdul Kalam. For 20 minutes, it was a spellbound audience right through, and he gave lot of points there, and I am still using it in my motivation classes. Really a great teacher. Then both of us went to see our physics teacher, who was almost in the early 90s, and he touched our hand, and he could identify both of us with a difference of 20 years. In fact, Abdul Kalam told me, I was born in the year he finished his BSc Physics under the same teacher, and that teacher became head of the department when I did my MSc. So these were great people. We cannot forget those teachers. I'm telling you, we always have an order, Mata, Pita, Guru, Devam. That means first one to correct you is your mother. The second one to correct you is your father. He might be a bit harsh, but he can do it. But he also could not do it, and it will be your Guru who will change you with his own concepts and whatever the way he treats the student. So if Guru cannot do, Devam is there. So that is where God. So God only can save you. That is how the order is. Mata, Pita, Guru, Devam. This is really great, and I cannot forget great people, their presence of mind. Please make children listen to this because they know where they are. They develop interest in their education and what is Guru. Thank you. Really, though it's a lengthier bhashan, please make children listen to it. Hope you will do it. Thank you. Again, happy Teachers' Day to all my teachers. We know that Guru is Guru. Teacher and guru, the difference also you know. Teacher is the one who teaches you the subject. Guru is the one who teaches you the way you live, that is life. Thank you, MJ Prasad. Happy Teachers Day.